to, or welcome back to Zombie Girls Coloring and Crafts. Today I have a flip of a finished coloring book. So a little backstory is I started this book on the 7th of November on the Sunday, and I actually finished it on Monday, the 8th. So I did the entire book in just over 24 hours. It's color by number, so it was super easy to do, and there's not a lot of pages. It's a pretty thin book. It's just from the dollar store. But I had so much fun doing them because I think the pattern's really neat. So this is Kickback and Color by Number Patterns to Music by Landoll. So I have the first picture here. Some of them you're going to notice where my marker's kind of running out, like this orange here. It started up good and then it kind of died. We went through 4 super tips, and I'll actually show you my bin to actually let you guys know, because I just have like a random bin of water-based markers, and basically if I buy a set, I use the set until a lot of markers die, and then I just throw the rest in that bin. And I like using them in my color by numbers because I can not have to worry about wasting markers, so like I always make sure that I use them all. Now this one here I really like, and I did follow the color palette exactly as is. So it was a 17 color palette, and it's the same color palette for each sheet, so each sheet has the same in the order, so it was really easy to just grab a marker and know that that color was number 2 and do it throughout the entire book instead of having to constantly change which order they were in. Just got this one. These kind of reminded me of carrots at first because I hadn't colored in the end pieces, but they do kind of look like carrots. I really like this one too. Like, I love fall. It's my favorite season. So I loved these little fallish trees. And I do really love coloring patterns. I find it like so relaxing because it's like a repeating thing, and it just turns out so nice. Like, I know quite a few different people like coloring patterns for that reason. And I might not talk through the entire video. There's not too much to say about these. I literally just used water-based markers, and I started at the back of the book and worked my way to the front. It's generally how I work through color by number books. Just like, these didn't go through at all. But for example, if I used alcohol markers in these, then the color palette would have been covered. My gray dyed here too, so I have 2 different grays on this page too, actually. Oops, sorry, Miss Lily. We've got the little dragonflies, and I think these are supposed to kind of be like flowers. Got this jumbled pattern page. And then this little one here. This one was pretty easy. It didn't take me that long just because you only have to color in the little design and not the background. And white's actually not on the color palette, but I'm like, there's no number in it, and it wasn't like a mistake. So what they did, and I actually kind of like, is that they didn't put white, the number in for white. They just left it blank and didn't even put it on the list. This one here. I really like this page too, actually. Super easy to color, but I love how it turned out. And then same with this one. It's super easy, didn't take very long, because you're only doing some of the lines. But I really like this page too. Looks really nice. And this is the last page. So this is the first page I did. And of course I love it because it's fall. So you have all the beautiful leaves. Yeah, that was that book. So this is my 4th completed coloring book to date. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to pause the video and go get that bin to show you guys. Alright, so this is my bin here. It's just from the dollar store, I believe, but I do have like my super tips in here. I have some of these Crafts water-based markers. They're from the Dollarama. I wouldn't suggest getting them. They do rip the paper up. I have some of the bigger Crayola markers. I have, oops, that's a super tip. These here are Magic Fly art fine liners. So the one side is, oh, that one. This was my, they're supposed to be brush tips, and I somehow got a chisel tip on this one. Give me a second, I have another one right here. So they're brush tip on one end, and then they are super fine line on the other. And I mean, they were a pretty good price. I do like them. The reason I got, I don't use them is because I went to alcohol markers. And I mean, they were pretty budget friendly. I think I got the pack of 100. I mean, as you can see, there's not many left in here. I also have these little Studio Crayolas. Some of these are my little guy's markers, and I just threw them all in the same bin. So I don't even know if all the markers actually in here work. He has a bad habit of using them and not putting the lids back on properly. But yeah, like I said, so these are like the craft markers. But yeah, they have a chisel and a nib. But they do really eat up the paper. I don't have the book handy, otherwise I would show you what happened to my page. But basically when you color over the same spot, it like starts to make the paper like disintegrate, and it gets really rough, so I don't suggest them. But yeah, so that is my finished book, number 4. So I do have a few other books that I want to try and get done before the end of this year. I wasn't going to do the 10 books to finish, but if I can get 10 books finished, I will definitely do a completed video at the very end of the year, because I do have 3 other books completed. And stay tuned, there will be 2 year-long color alongs coming up from me, and one is actually being co-hosted by Potato Princess, so keep an eye out for that video. And with that being said, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.